Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm your host, Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about 7 things you should do every time before you publish a blog post. Neil, why don't you kick things off?
Sure. The first thing you should do is A/B test the headline. Most people don't do this. There's a lot of free tools. If you just Google WordPress A/B testing plugin, there's a lot of title tools that you can do to test the headlines. The reason you want to do this is 8 out of 10 people read a headline, only 2 out of 10 click through and read the rest. So if you can pick the right headline, know where you get more reads, you'll get more click-throughs. If you're getting more click-throughs, you'll tend to rank higher in Google because a big factor of Google's algorithm is click-through rate. So if people are reading your headline and they're more likely to click through, you'll rank for many more keywords, even if those keywords aren't in your headline.
The second thing that you should do is you should have a very engaging image. Now, nowadays, it's a lot easier to come up with good images, but keep in mind, just like people tend to click on great headlines, in Facebook, it's really, when you're running ads or when you're sharing a post, it's the image that really affects click-through rates. So whether you're using a site like Stock Unlimited, which gives you unlimited stock photos, I know Neil uses a tool out there, and then also if you want custom designs, you can use a monthly subscription tool called Design Pickle. That's $370 a month, and you can get unlimited designs. That's actually been working out really well for us. If you just go to singlegrain.com/blog, it seems like we probably pay a lot of money for these blog images, but we actually don't.
The third thing that you want to do is email every single website that you link out to. In your blog post, when you're using stats, data, you're referencing other people, it's natural. You link out to them. So you want to email them. For example, if I wrote a post on marketing and linked to Eric, I would send him a cold email saying, "Hey Eric, I have to say I'm a huge fan. So much so that I even linked out to you my latest blog post. Feel free to check it out. Cheers, Neil." And then I would do at the very end, "P.S. If you shared my post, it wouldn't just make my year, it would make my decade."
Number 4 would be just building on the promotional aspect. Look for communities or forums out there that you can engage in. For example, if you're a marketer, you might go to growthhackers.com, you might go to inbound.org, and you might share content that you have out there, or you might even use a site like Product Hunt where you're sharing a podcast, or you might be sharing a book that you have. Whatever you've launched exactly, you just think of where your audience is hanging out, and you can go there. Now, Reddit might be something that you can go to, but just keep in mind, if you're going to go to Reddit, these people are looking all the time for the people that are very self-promotional, and they're looking to eat those people up. So if you do go to Reddit, the pro tip here is that you want to make sure that you're engaging with people first, you're adding value, and then let's say, for example, let's use Growth Everywhere, where I interview entrepreneurs, right? If somebody asks an entrepreneurial question in a subreddit, well, I might say, "Hey, well, here's what my thoughts are based on my experience, blah, blah, blah. And also, by the way, I've interviewed someone on this exact subject. Would you like the link?" So in this case, you're asking for permission to use the link. You're not just blatantly link dropping all the time.
Number 5 is asking for social shares. What I like doing is I go and see competitor articles around the web that have done well in the social web. You can just go to search.twitter.com, type in keywords, and you'll see other popular related articles that have been shared a lot. Or you can go to BuzzSumo, type in a keyword, and find other popular articles. Once you see the URL of that popular article, type it into search.twitter.com. It shows all the people that have tweeted that article. Then go to each of their bios, see if you can find a website link or their email. You may have to take their full name, Google, and find their email. A lot of people share their email address on their LinkedIn profile, right? Then you take that email. Let's say Eric tweeted out a similar article to mine that I just wrote. So I may email him something like, "Hey, Eric, I noticed that you tweeted the other day 50 SEO tactics that'll double your traffic. I actually wrote a similar article that you may like. It's actually called 101 SEO tactics that'll double your traffic. It's much more thorough. It covers X, Y, and Z tactics that the other article didn't. Let me know if you want to check it out. Cheers, Neil." Usually Eric's going to respond with, "Sure." Then I'll email him back with, "Here's the link. Feel free to share it if you like it. Cheers, Neil." It's that simple. If you do that for every single blog post that you have, you'll get way more social traffic.
Number 6 is more of the table stakes stuff that we tend to forget about. It's, if you have an email list, if you have a team, if you have your social channels like Neil mentioned, all these things, it's all about figuring out the right process to get these all out at the same time. Ideally, if you have something published, maybe it goes out to your email list through a digest, or it'll use an RSS to email type of feature that we probably should be doing with marketing school as well. But just stuff like this where you can ask your team to help promote, share it to their audience as well. This is stuff that people tend to forget. A lot of times people will just publish and let it sit there.
Number 7, doing an email blast every time you release a blog post. I do this. It's simple. Make it a text-based email. I found that it gets way more click-throughs. Emails is one of my best traffic channels. Not only do the email subscribers leave comments more likely than any other traffic source, but they also share the content more than any other traffic source via Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. So just shooting a simple email blast out every time you release a blog post is a great way to get more traffic. If you write a lot of content like I do, don't send an email blast out every time you release a blog post. Only send out emails like a few days later after the blog post, because then you'll be able to tell if the blog post did well on the social web or if it didn't. If it did well, then you know that it's a hot topic and you just send out an email blast and it'll get you more traffic. If it's not a popular blog post, you don't want to burn your email list by sending it off to people.
That's it for this episode of Marketing School. We'll see you in tomorrow's.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.